Boom shakalaka as Bitcoin racks up the longest losing streak since the bear market of 2018. Today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the most bullish chart you will ever see and what's going on with Bitcoin today. You'll definitely want to stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're taking a look at what's going on with Bitcoin today and the most bullish chart you will ever see, but I'm saving that towards the end of the video, so you have to watch the rest of this to get there. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also, come join us over on Twitter, where we give away one of these sweet shirts every single week. Now, today in Bitcoin, falls towards $40,000, racks up the longest losing streak since 2018. That's right. 7 straight days of red in a row, the longest losing streak Bitcoin has had since way back in 2018, from July 30th to August 4th in 2018, during the bear market. Now, people are asking, will this time be different? Are we still in a bull market? Could this turn around? As Bitcoin right now is eyeing a death cross on the horizon. The death cross is coming. Not only that, but Arthur Hayes, the creator and CEO of BitMEX, one of the largest futures exchanges out there, he is quite negative about what's going on with Bitcoin. If you read his article here, Maelstrom, he says, hey, the Fed interest hiking rates is going to crash the entire cryptocurrency market. He pretty much sold everything except for Bitcoin, Ethereum, some metaverse things, and some algorithmic stablecoins. And overall, I mean, Bitcoin is just dying. If you listen to it, it is dying. It is done. It's over. I mean, Bitcoin was that thing at $70,000. It's $40,000 now. It's over. And before we get into more of what's going on with Bitcoin, I just did want to say, rest in peace, Bob Saget. Heard he died, which is a shame. There's a couple pictures of me in front of the Full houses with Bitboy and some other guys. And yeah, Danny Tanner, goodbye. Also John Madden. Gosh, they're all dying, huh? But is Bitcoin dead? Well, it turns out 38,000 could be Bitcoin's new bottom as sentiment turns to extreme fear. You'll remember the videos the past few days I've been talking about how we're in extreme fear. And as a matter of fact, if we take a look, down here on the bottom is the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. Up top is the Bitcoin price. And anytime the fear and greed is below 30, I highlighted that in red. And you can see those are some of the best Bitcoin buy opportunities you could have. You would have bought pretty much every bottom if you would have just bought when people were extremely fearful like they are now. But not only that, we also have the death cross. That's right. You can see we have the orange and the green moving averages here. Orange is 50-day, green is 200-day. Well, we have a death cross about to cross once again right here. Now, let's take a look at history to see if this is actually a good thing or a bad thing. So let's scroll all the way back to the bull market in 2018, the last time we had 7 straight losing days. Well, if we take a look at this, guess what? Bought pretty much the bottom there. You would have gotten pretty good rebounds, but the death cross pretty much was that, $6,000 bottom before it broke through and then came back up. So that one maybe not that bullish. How about this one here? Kind of sideways. Okay, but this one here, bullish. This one here, bullish. So if we are still in a bull market, well, could potentially be bullish. Now, we have to take a look a little bit more on a shorter time frame, and we can see Bitcoin for a few months has just been trading in this zone, pretty much sideways zone. This area, $40,000, has been resistance, support again. But we do have this head and shoulders formation, which typically is a bearish formation, which could bring the price actually down below here. And that's why a lot of people are scared right now. But there's also a little descending wedge, which could pop the price back up. So, that being said, there's somewhat of sideways sentiment in general. People are scared. Nobody knows what's going to happen. But let's take a look at some bullish charts. Well, first thing here, we have Bitcoin entity adjusted dormancy flow. Excellent engaging bottoms of the market. Smart money is not selling. This is clear accumulation. So if we take a look at the entity adjusted dormancy flow, we could see it kind of bottomed right here as at the same time the price bottomed. We can see again it pretty much bottomed right here as the price bottomed. We can see it bottomed right here as the price bottomed. And again down here, the COVID bottomed as the price bottomed. $30,000 pretty much bottomed. Guess what? We're at the same levels right now. Could be a decent hodl or buy territory. As a matter of fact, TechDev is saying, hey, this cycle is just repeating previous cycles. It's nothing new. There's basically impulses and corrections. So we have impulse, correction, impulse, bear market. And then that happened in cycle 1. And then in cycle 2, same thing happens, just a little bit longer. Impulse, correction, impulse, bear market. Well, we are in cycle 3. We have impulse, correction. Next would be impulse before we have bear market, which brings us to what could likely be the most bullish chart you will ever take a look at. This weekly summary of 50 plus Bitcoin signals from top on-chain analysts, color coding them for buy, hold, sell, deep value zone with a check mark, and Bitcoin is 27.1% of the cycle top. The cycle top on average right here. Today is a good entry point. Please share. So if we take a look at this, I'm not going to go through everything because there's 50 plus signals, but you can take a look for Binky Ponderosa on Twitter, and you could actually find all of these signals here. So if we take a look, first thing here, at the Bitcoin cycle peak predictions on average $175,000. We can see Willy Woo's model, we can see the Bitcoin Power Law oscillator, we can see the Meyer multiple, we can see stock to flow, all these different things. And if we take a look, the stage would suggest that right now we are in early to mid bull market. Okay, but that's not all. If we take a look at on-chain metrics, we can see things like the realized profit to value ratio, the MVRVZ score. We can see the value days destroyed, the diamond hands multiple, the reserve risk, the Puel multiple, whole bunch of different things. And if we take a look at all of these over on the right-hand column, guess what? Early bull to bottoming. Bottoming would mean the bottom, which is a great buy zone. Okay, but that's not all. How about some TA metrics? Well, if we take a look, we have things like the pi cycle oscillator, the VWAP ratio, the Meyer multiple, the RSI monthly oscillator, different things like that. All of these early bull or bottoming. And then social signals, early bull as well. And if we take a look at Bitcoin price floor predictions, because everybody wants to know the top, but it's also helpful, well, what would be the bottom? So if we take a look at these, we have the Meyer multiple price floor, we have the diamond hands model, we have the Bitcoin realized price, a whole bunch of other things as well. And if we take a look, the numbers here, 25,000, 38,000, 14,000, 16,000, 18,000, 10,000, 30,000, all of these suggesting mid-bull. So if we take a look at all of these metrics, pretty much yellow or green. I don't see any reds. So that being said, things are looking very good. He basically summarized it up top here, where basically the cycle average peak, $175,000. The price floor average, $21,000. Right now, Bitcoin's cycle percent valuation, 27%. So, could potentially go up a lot more before it goes down a lot more. And you just have to think like smart money, because this chart here that I showed you before, we see that smart money is not selling. As a matter of fact, right now, we see that smart money is buying. Binance just bought 43,000 Bitcoin at $43,000. They just did that. Not only that, MicroStrategies just bought another 2,000 Bitcoin. Their average Bitcoin purchase price is $30,000. You have to think, is the price going to actually go down as low as these price floor predictions when we have these huge guys buying at roughly the prices where we are right now? Not likely. And you just have to remember that if we take a look at this chart here, the whales are getting smaller. They're selling their Bitcoin, consistently selling Bitcoin slowly. But you know who's buying that up? Bigger whales, ETFs, exchanges, public companies, and retail holders. So the old whales, the guys who bought Bitcoin really cheap, well, it's just not going to be around that much longer. But everybody else is accumulating. And you got to say, hey, Bitcoin is headed in the right direction. We may not be at the bottom yet, But everything we're seeing, especially on this chart here, a lot of other charts like this going on right here, and fear and greed index, all of this is suggesting things are looking good for Bitcoin. So while the price may go down, there's no way to predict it. Sometimes the market likes to disappoint the most people possible. I encourage you to broaden your time frame. Think 10 years. By 2030, almost like 99% of all the Bitcoin will be mined. So broaden your time horizon. Just sit patiently and it'll happen. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and I'll catch you later. Peace.